Good jazz, Big Papa flavor. On 89.9, a Qute FM.
We're going on now. 3, 2, 1. We're on. All right, 89.9 WQTQ FM right here in Hartford. At this portion of the show, there was something that we were talking about in the background that I thought was very, very important that we want to touch on really quick, and that is, and I'm kind of focusing on us as brothers right now because I think we do it more frequently, and that is the hurt that we, kind of project into the community based on certain behaviors or selfishness that occurs and what we want. And, these manly perceptions that we think we have to live up to and don't mind hurting our sisters who are now sometimes broken in our community. So wanted to take a stab at that and kind of just articulate, maybe have you heard someone about apologizing? How should brothers apologize, recognize that they've hurt women? How do we deal with this component within our community? Any fellas?
I'll go in.
I'm not afraid to do it. And listen, this is Dwight, by the way. Sorry. At the beginning, yes, I wasn't as serious in the beginning, and I did hurt my girlfriend at the time, wife now. Yes, I did. And I'm not afraid to say I did. But I seen the hurt that it did to her, and obviously I cared about it so much that affected me even more. As far as apologizing, I don't like to be the typical dude to go out and get flowers. I was doing everything. I mean, I did everything. I grocery shopped. I brought stuff to the door. I dropped bags of groceries and just pleaded and begged because, I seen the hurt that it did. So, I can't say there was any blueprint on how to apologize. I just did what I could do to make her love me again, pretty much.
Fellas?
Well, in my case, my wife, when I met, she had 3 children.
Okay.
And I believe that a woman with children, they are very, very unique because that's someone's mother.
Right.
And when you enter into the person's life, you always have to remember that the children really don't have a choice of who the mother's going to fall in love with. So it was. I had to earn these boys' respect. They didn't owe me anything. I'm somebody trying to come into your world.
Right.
But one of the things I wanted to show them was that, okay, I understand you got a father. I'm not trying to take his place.
Right.
I'm doing the best I can to be a friend to you. But I want to show you, most importantly, that your mother's safe with me. I'm going to respect your mother, and I would never do anything to make you feel like, Dad, my mother's dealing with this dude, but I want to knock his block off.
Right.
Because, my mom and dad were together for 45 years until the Lord came and got my mom. But everybody's not blessed like that. And I thought about the situation is if my mother was seeing somebody and they hurt her, I would really want to rip their head off.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? So guys have to really understand that women with children are very, very special because you not only impact her life, you impact their lives also. So we have a responsibility to make sure that the home is safe. So guys, it's more, and I'm not trying to be negative or nasty, it's more than just a booty call. You coming in here to show stability and that you can be a responsible man and hopefully show this young man or woman how to grow up and be a responsible, conducive member of society.
All right. Great. So that's us touching on hurt really quick. All right, so now I'm going to put on some background music and we're going to jump into something a little more fun. So, the last question of tonight is, are there any tips to keep the marriage vibrant? Who want to take on that one?
I'll go.
Oh,
Give me some Team Davis vibrant.
let Team Davis go.
Okay.
Team Davis, you're up.
And be honest.
To keep the marriage vibrant.
She had to sit up in the chair. Hold on.
This is Tamara.
I need some paper.
Yeah, take notes. To keep the marriage vibrant, I would say, some tips. I do believe in spontaneity. I like gifts. I like surprises. It doesn't have to be flowers. It could be a pair of shoes. Hint. tent.
Or bad.
But I think it's just like once you know what your mate or spouse likes, it's being intentional with making sure that you do things that they like, and it's not always about what you like. And so my husband is Mr. Fly Guy, so I know that. So on a whim, I just, I surprise him here and there with things, and I tell him. That's another tip. Like, it's not always about gifts. I like gifts, but it's not always about gifts. It's about words too. Words can edify, and so just tell someone how you feel. Tell the individual how you feel. Show them how you feel, and then do things to make them feel a certain way, knowing what they like, what they enjoy. Yeah, but I like shoes.
Shoes. All right, who's up next? Keeping that vibrant energy
All right.
in the marriage.
You got a caller coming in?
You can go ahead. Go ahead and answer.
Okay, this is Dwight. I don't know. I'm not rap tight. I don't know. With Joycey, I think with her, if I just make the damn bed in the morning, she'll be all
You want to
right.
answer that?
I mean, I think recently
Hold on real quick.
I surprised
Hold
her.
on.
We
And
took
you
a
gotta be
trip
quick.
to North Carolina.
One moment.
What was it, last week before last? And me, I'm always the person to do stuff last minute. I had my suitcase packed 2 days in advance, and I've never seen her so happy before. So I think that is one. I don't buy shoes, so that's out the question. I was just raised on not buying women's shoes.
Lord,
Yes,
that
I'm one of
old
them.
gosh.
don't
That
buy
old
women's
tale.
shoes. Yeah, and she can tell you I'm strict on it, but I will gas up the car and wash the car and vacuum the car.
Okay.
So stuff like that, and everything else. But
Oh, yeah, that too.
So one moment. What we're going to do is I got a caller in. He has some thoughts on keeping the marriage vibrant.
Okay.
Tell him to be real
Is he
quick.
married?
So, brother, what's your name?
Is he married?
Yeah, you can call me the Mighty Mickey D.
Mighty Mickey D.
Yes, and long time listener of the show. I used to call in when Miss Kim and Brother B. Davis were on.
Right.
And some quick tips, I think, about keeping a marriage vibrant. It's not just one thing you have to do. It's at least a short list of things. I would say one of them is try to keep it interesting for the other person, meaning whatever you did that brought that person to you, don't stop doing it just because you're together now. Some people think, oh, I got him now, I got her now, so they let themselves go and they don't keep themselves up and looking good for the other person. You want to keep doing that. You also want to, have a date night sometimes, maybe once a week, because you're both busy, and, schedule a date night to go out together and do something together, whether it's a dinner, a movie, the beach, sitting in the park talking, sharing some time together in the middle of your busy life.
All right.
I think it's also compromise because it's give and take, because two people can love each other a lot, but they can see life very differently. So you have to compromise, some give and take, so it's not all one person's way, but you kind of, share the life and how you do things.
All right, brother. Well, I don't mean to cut you off because go ahead.
Keep other people out of your business.
Keep folks out of your business.
Ask him, is he married?
Are you married, sir?
I've been there.
Is he
I'm
currently?
back there again.
Oh, you're
All
engaged.
What did he say?
Yeah,
He's engaged.
but you learn some things as you get older. You learn some do's and don'ts. If you see some red flags that you don't like, maybe you talk about it. Maybe that's not the person for you. But if you have a good person that you're with, then even two people together that should be together, marriages still work.
Yeah.
All right.
Ask him.
So if you each put in, it's not 50-50. Each put in 100%.
Oh,
Then you
100,
got a
100.
chance.
Oh,
I like that.
Ask him. He said he's engaged.
Yeah, you can talk in the mic.
Oh.
Mhm.
Hi. You say you engaged?
Mhm.
How long have you been engaged?
I would say a couple years.
A couple of years.
Yeah, because you know, sometimes if two people are together who've been married before, then they're not necessarily always in a rush to do it again, but they'll try it again. You know, so at the right time, then it happens. But you know, you learn some things, and hopefully you learn some things from the first time.
All right, she got a question
so,
for you.
So just like, you know, we were saying earlier in the show, I don't know if you was tuned in. It's just like when you go to a car dealership. When you go to the car dealership, you know what type of car that you're going in there to buy, right? So same, I kind of like put it in the same category as with a marriage. You know, when you see
How long you gotta drive that car?
right, how long you gotta drive that car before you know, okay,
Start making payments.
right, in which they're not gonna let you take the car off of the lot, you know,
For 2 years.
for 2 years. They're not gonna let you take the car off the lot for 2 years without paying. So how long are you gonna, how long it take for you to test drive?
Well, the thing is this, both people have to be on the same page about when the time is for a wedding. And sometimes the woman is holding it up too, because she may be happy the way things are and not necessarily rushing to do it again.
And you're right, and that goes back to, you know, what we were talking about as far as settling, because you know, when earlier on in the show, you know, we were talking about as far as settling, and when I met my husband, and I was 40 years old, so it depends on like where you are, within yourself, when it comes down to, you know, how long is it going to take you. But when I met my husband, I was 40 years old, and I knew that, you know, I had been through all these relationships, you know, and he has too. This is second time around. But when we met each other on my 40th birthday, February 11, 2006, from that point on, I mean, we've been together ever since, and it's been 13 years now. We planned our wedding. We got engaged like 2.5 months within knowing each other. We threw our lives on the table. And my thing is, and at that time, when I first met my husband, he was in the process of getting a divorce. And I told him he just had to handle his business, you know, because he wasn't going to string me along, keep getting my goodies, and, you know, we're already fornicating. I'm just telling the truth and keeping it real.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm just telling the truth and keeping it real. I knew that I didn't want to settle anymore. And if you're not talking about marriage, then you might as well bounce, and I'll wait until God send me my husband.
All right. So, brother, on the phone, did you want to give your name, give anybody a shout out? Because we about to get ready to close this thing down.
Okay, well, I just want to say that, you know, it's a work in progress. And I think that a good relationship, first of all, is two independent people who come together. You know, two people who are used to taking care of themselves. You know, they cook and clean for themselves, they work, they pay bills, they live life, and they come together. And then you know, each one says, okay, well, I'll do this for you now, and the other says, well, okay, I'll do this for you now. So they kind of trade a little bit of what they used to do for each other, and, you know, trade off a little bit. But,
All right, well, hey, brother, because I know we can go on and on, but and I appreciate you gave a lot of great input. What's your name, brother?
Okay, you can call me the Mighty Mickey D.
The Mighty Mickey D. I appreciate you calling in.
And I'll call back another time because I think other people may want to put in some input.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We'll be back.
Okay,
We'll be back. All right, brother, thanks.
Wait a minute, Mickey D.
You're doing a great show, and have a good night. We'll keep listening.
I thank you, sir. I really appreciate that.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thanks. All right, so I'm going to let our last couple just close it out. And
was the
just talk
question
about
again?
the vibrancy. How do you keep your marriage vibrant?
VIP store.
I was waiting for somebody to go there. I'm like, this is such a PG-13. Who's gonna keep it real?
Well, people got to really understand.
You can PG-13 a
Listen,
little more.
Marriage is the most beautiful, purest level of truth.
Yes.
And the Bible says that it's honorable and the bed is undefiled. So that means undefiled means that anything we're comfortable with. And
You do that.
There you go. There you go. Because you
So-
know what? Because the challenge is this, okay? When you was dating somebody you was auditioning. Come on, ladies.
Yeah.
So don't get with your husband and be fronting, please.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Preach, brother.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
My name.
Ladies, he talking to y'all out
When I
there.
was coming over on the
My name's
weekend,
Candy.
Joe, can I get an amen over there?
Amen.
When I was coming on the weekends, you was trying to show me a show, okay? So don't turn the channel.
No. I'm loving
Mike,
this.
Joe.
We get real
The
now.
mic.
Mike over there, please.
That's
There
the
you
real
go.
part of the show. Brother Soul for real.
There you go.
So with that being said,
I
on
think my
that
mic was
note,
off too.
so with that being said, I think we had a lot of great conversation. I'm glad people are calling in and are listening out there because I think it's a healing that takes place. There's a learning that takes place, and it's an encouraging conversation to hear folks who are married talk about their ups and downs, their tribulations, the successes, the hardships, all that good stuff. Is really great tonight. So with that being said, I thank you all for coming again, Couples Corner. Sister Tamara, this is your platform. Please share with the world how they can follow you guys. Listen more. Tune
So
in.
yes, you can follow us on Facebook, Couples Corner Heartbeat. Tune in. It is a pleasure to have Mr. and Mrs. Heaven, Mr. and Mrs. McCory, and just wanted to shout out Reverend Daryl McCory, birthday. So happy birthday!
Happy birthday, brother.
Mrs. Joyce Heaven, birthday is tomorrow.
All right.
And of course, I gotta shout out my king, Mr. Davis.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you very much, team player.
We about to jump into some music. Couples Corner in the house. This is 89.9 Qute FM.